Hello everyone, and happy Wednesday. It's June 25th and I'm your host, Sano, back with another awesome show. Today, I'm super excited because we're diving into a, totally trending article from the archives that's got everyone talking in the tech world. Okay, so the paper we're looking at today the title is Amplifying Machine Learning Attacks Through Strategic Compositions. And if you're super curious and want to read it yourself, the title is arxiv. Arxiv or about 6.18,875. It's long, so maybe just listen to me break it down. So, what's this paper all about? Well, you know how machine learning or models are everywhere now? They help with stuff like recognizing faces, sorting your photos, and even helping doctors analyze medical images. But these models can sometimes be, a bit vulnerable. Bad guys can try to attack them too, like steal sensitive info, or make the models mess up. The big problem this paper tackles is that most of the time, researchers study these attacks one by one in isolation. But like in the real world, an attacker might be way more clever and use a bunch of different attack strategies at the same time. Or one after another to make their attacks even stronger. This paper asks a super important question. Can attackers combine different attacks to make them even more powerful or to help one attack succeed by using another? Spoiler alert, the answer is a big yes. The researchers focused on 4 types of attacks that happen when the model is already trained and doing its job, what they call the inference phase. These are adversarial examples, which are tiny sneaky changes to data that fool the model. Then there's attribute inference, which is about the model accidentally leaking extra info, guessing your image from a photo when it's not supposed to. Also membership inference, which is trying to figure out if your specific data was used to train the model kinda creepy, right? And finally, property inference, which is about guessing general things about the whole data set the model was trained on. Maybe the percentage of a certain group in the trained data. So, what did these awesome researchers do? First, we came up with a way to categorize how attacks can be combined, based on 3 stages. The preparation stage, which is all the setup. The execution stage, which is when the attack actually happens. And the evaluation stage, which is checking how well the attack worked. Using this, they found 4 really effective ways to combine attacks. For example, they found that property inference can help attribute inference in the preparation stage. While figuring out the data's characteristics to build a better attack, and did these adversarial examples, those sneaky input changes, can totally boost both membership inference and property inference. During the execution phase, they also showed that property inference can help thanks to the results of membership inference in the evaluation stage. They did tons of experiments, and the results showed these combined attacks are way more effective. How? And now, why should we totally care about this? Well, if attackers can combine attacks to make them stronger, it means our AI systems might be more at risk than we thought. Think about it. If a model used for, say, secure logins, or for filtering out bad content, can be fooled more easily. That's pretty big deal for our everyday online safety and privacy. This research is a wake-up call, telling us we need to build even stronger defenses for AI. And how does this compare to the old way of looking at attacks? Well, the paper makes it super clear that looking at attacks one by one can seriously underestimate the real danger. Their experiments showed, for instance, that attribute inference on its own might have an accuracy of, say, 50%, which is basically a random guess. But when helped by property inference, the accuracy jumped to almost 90% in some cases. Similarly, adversarial examples helped membership Inference go from around 66% accuracy to over 85%. So, yeah, combining attacks is a much bigger threat. Okay, switching gears a little bit, but still in the topic I like keeping things safe. This paper talks about attacks, but I want to quickly shout out some super cool tech that actually protects our digital lives, and that's cryptography. It's like magic for securing information. Here are a few examples of where you see cryptography in action every day. First, there's secure communications like syllables. You know when you're on a banking website or shopping online, and you see that little padlock icon in your browser? That's cryptography. The like scrambles the data between your computer and the website, so hackers can't read your passwords or credit card numbers. Super important. Second, data encryption. This is like if you have really private files on your computer, or a company has like a super secret database. Encryption turns all that info into unreadable code. So, even if a bad guy steals the file, they can't actually see what's inside unless they have the secret key. It's like a secret decoder ring for your data. Third, we have digital signatures. These are like a way to prove that a digital document or message is actually from who it says it's from, and that no one has, messed with it. This is super useful for things like official software updates, so you know you're not downloading a virus, or for legal documents to make sure they're legit. And one more, because it's so talked about, below technology. This is the fundamental tech for things like Bitcoin and other virtual currencies. Uses like super strong cryptography to create a shared, tamper-proof record of transactions. This makes it really hard to cheat the system. And it's not just for money, but it's also used for things like smart contracts and managing supply chains. So yeah, well, this paper shows attackers are getting smarter, and also reminds us why things like cryptography are so vital. It's all about making our digital world safer and more robust. That's all the time we have for today's trending archive find. I hope you found it as, totally fascinating as I did. This is Sun, signing off. Catch you next time.